Ever thought about visiting Thailand but not sure where to start? Don't worry, I've got your back. Also known as the Land of Smiles, Thailand is a captivating and diverse destination that attracts travelers with its vibrant cities, stunning landscapes, and warm hospitality. Let's start our 15-day journey. All right, you've landed in Bangkok. I have a few recommendations for you before we start our trip. The first one is that it's wise to carry some cash, since card payments might not always be an option. If necessary, exchange a small amount at the airport, but keep it minimal as the rates there might not be the most favorable. If you withdraw money from the ATM, try not to withdraw small amounts because there's a fixed commission. Second, they use 220 volts and Type A, B, and C plugs, depending on the area, so get yourself a universal travel adapter and you will avoid any problem charging your phone. Also, to visit the Buddhist temples, men are required to wear long pants, while women should ensure their shoulders and knees are covered, so be aware to bring appropriate clothing. So once you have landed, there's 3 options to go from the airport to the city center. I recommend going with the Airport Rail Link train. It opens from 5:30 a.m. to 12 a.m. It costs 45 bahts, and it's a 25 minutes trip to the center. If your hotel is on Koh Samui Road, use the S1 bus because it will stop there, and it's 60 bahts per person. The last option is to use private transport. You can always get a taxi for 300 to 500 bahts, but remember to negotiate a fixed price before you enter the car. On the day you arrive, I recommend to chill and start exploring the streets near your hotel, start tasting some typical cuisine, and get a good rest. You will need it. On the second day, we will visit Bangkok. We will start by going to Ratanakosin Island, where some of the most important temples of Bangkok are located. Those are the Grand Palace and Wat Pho. You can come by SkyTrain, MRB, which is their subway, or with a typical Thailand tuk-tuk. Check what works best depending on your hotel location. The SkyTrain and the MRB are very cheap options, and you will travel like a local. We will start the visits with the Grand Palace, because it's way bigger and it tends to become more crowded. The Grand Palace is a complex with a lot of temples where the kings of Thailand used to live. Right now, it's only used for royal ceremonies and as a tourist attraction, which gets around 8 million tourists visiting every year. The most important things to visit inside this complex are the Grand Palace and the Emerald Buddha. To enter the complex, you must buy a ticket, which is 500 baht per person, and respect the dress code for Buddhist temples. The visit usually takes around 2 hours, and you can go on a free tour every hour, which I recommend if you want to learn the history about the place. It opens from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., and my recommendation is to go the sooner the better. After that, we will go to Wat Pho, which is next to the Grand Palace, a 10-minute walk. Wat Pho is another spectacular complex of temples where the most famous visit is the Temple of the Reclining Buddha, a 46 meters long statue of a reclining Buddha completely covered in real gold. I recommend taking a walk on the complex and going inside the Phra Ubosat. It's worth the visit. To visit Wat Pho, the ticket will only be 100 baht per person, and you must be dressed as the Grand Palace. This complex is way smaller, so half an hour to an hour is enough for the visit. After an intense morning of temple visits, take a leisurely walk near the complexes and enjoy some lunch. Following our meal, we'll explore our final temple in Bangkok. I know it's a lot of temples for one day, but it's essential to cover all of them at once, as they are conveniently located nearby. After lunch, cross the Chao Phraya River by boat. Look for boats with an orange flag. They are specifically designated for this purpose, and you can find them next to the Wat Pho temple. The boat will stop next to Wat Arun, which is the last must-visit temple in Bangkok. The entry cost is also 100 baht, and it closes at 5:30 p.m. After that visit, try to arrange a private boat tour on the Chao Phraya River to explore its canals. You'll find individuals near the temples we visited today offering this tour. I highly recommend experiencing Bangkok from the canals for a unique perspective. For me, it was one of the activities I enjoyed the most on that trip. The price, of course, is negotiable, providing you with the opportunity to showcase your negotiation skills. After concluding the boat trip, take some time to explore the area on your own. Discover a delightful spot for dinner and make sure you get a good night's rest for the upcoming day. Next day will be a busy day. We will be visiting Ayutthaya. Ayutthaya, located 80 kilometers north of Bangkok, was once the second capital of the Siamese kingdom from the 14th to the 18th century. Largely destroyed by the Burmese army in 1767, it is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, where visitors can explore the impressive ruins that encapsulate Thailand's culturally rich history. As we are only visiting for one day, I suggest getting a tuk-tuk or taxi to facilitate the tour. Once we arrive there, it's impossible to explore everything by walking, because the distances are pretty far. So my recommendation is to negotiate with a tuk-tuk to take you there, visit with you for 3 to 4 hours, and return to Bangkok with you. This service is negotiable, typically costing around 800 bahts. The travel time is around 1 hour from Bangkok, so you will spend most of the day there. When you come back to Bangkok, go to Khao San Road. It's a very famous street, and it's a must-see. Music, street food, and everything you can ask for. This street became very famous due to the backpacking tourism that stayed in the hotels there. You have to see it in the evening, and I highly recommend trying pad Thai at any street food stall you come across. It is the most typical Thai dish. Next day, take it easy and walk around the city of Bangkok, buy souvenirs, and immerse yourself in its lively street culture. I suggest you go visit a local market. The most interesting one, in my opinion, it's called Damno and Saduak, which is a floating market where the sellers paddle small boats with the product they sell. It's something unique, but a bit far from Bangkok, almost 2 hours by car. If you consider it's not worth the time and you are on a weekend day, you could also go to Chatuchak Market. It's one of the bigger markets in the world, having an area of 140,000 square meters, but it only opens on weekdays. At sunset, we will start our trip to Chiang Mai, a city in the north of Thailand, known for its tropical and rural surroundings. To get there, we will take a night train because it's cost-effective and allows us to travel during the night, ensuring no time is lost and saving us the cost of a hotel night. The train offers individual beds, and we will wake up at our destination. I recommend purchasing your tickets online before coming to Thailand, and you must buy the first-class sleeper category, which costs approximately 1,500 baht. As we arrive in Chiang Mai, our Day 5 begins. In Chiang Mai, there are a lot of elephant sanctuaries where you can experience some time with them, take a swim with the elephants, and feed them. It's a unique activity to do here, but I recommend doing a little bit of research about the sanctuary, because some of them are real sanctuaries where the elephants are being treated excellently and some others are not. So once you've made it to the hotel and dropped off your baggage, I would start your Chiang Mai experience by visiting one of them. I recommend that you book the sanctuary in advance, before your arrival. After spending a day with the elephants in the afternoon, we will explore the historical center of Chiang Mai. Here, you can visit the Wat Phra Singh Temple, shop at the Wararat Market, or walk through Ratchadamanuan Road. Chiang Mai is famous for its delicious food, so don't forget to try local dishes like khao soi. Next day, we will embark on an excursion, climbing the Doi Suthep Mountain. I propose you 2 options for that. Either trek from the starting point to visit a mysterious temple inside the jungle, where you will be surrounded by monks instead of tourists, called Wat Phra Lat, and then proceed to the mountaintop to visit the main temple, Wat Phra That, or simply take a tuk-tuk to the last temple. I recommend the trek, but be cautious as the wildlife can be dangerous. Also, if you are coming in November, check if your dates match with the Loi Krathong ceremony. It's the famous tradition of releasing balloons with candles inside into the sky, and it's particularly popular here in Chiang Mai. For the next day, I will give you two options also. If you prefer mountains over beaches, I'd suggest heading to Chiang Rai. It's similar to Chiang Mai, and the main attraction there is the Wat Rong Khun, also known as the White Temple. Spend a day there, and then take a flight to Krabi. And if you prefer beaches, swimming, and relaxation, I'd take a flight directly from Chiang Mai to Krabi instead. It's usually more popular to go to Phuket instead of Krabi, but unless you want to party, I would choose Krabi, because Phuket is way more overcrowded. So here we are on day 7 of this trip, and we still haven't seen any of those amazing beaches we've been waiting for. Don't worry, for the remainder of the days, you will be enjoying these paradisiacal islands. We will start visiting the west coast, and afterward, we will head to the east coast. As you arrive in Krabi, I would go for a walk, where you will find numerous small shops selling boat tours. This is a must-do in Krabi. Compare between some of them and book one for the next day. The tour will typically last more than 6 hours, allowing you to explore various beaches and islands. Don't take a tour that includes the Phi Phi Islands, because it's better to stay a full day there. So, on the next day, we will take a ferry from Krabi to the Phi Phi Islands and stay a night there. It's also a must to book a boat tour around the island. During the tour, you will see famous beaches like the one featured in The Beach film, where Leonardo DiCaprio appeared, and the Monkey Beach, where you usually encounter monkeys on the sand nearby. Additionally, you will notice numerous tsunami-safe spots on the island, as it was severely affected by the 2004 tsunami. Phi Phi also offers a lively nightlife, so if you want to party, go for it. If you don't, just head to sleep. After a night in Phi Phi, we will take a ferry back to Krabi, and from Krabi, a short flight to Koh Samui to start exploring the east coast of Thailand. If you're on a budget, you can also take a bus, but be aware that it will consume a significant amount of time. Therefore, I do not recommend it. On the east coast, we primarily have 3 islands: Koh Samui, Koh Phangan, and Koh Tao. Koh Samui is the most developed island of the 3. I recommend renting a motorbike or a car and discovering the island with its different beaches and breathtaking viewpoints. Koh Phangan is famous for the full moon party. If you enjoy partying and there is one happening during your visit, you must attend. It's an incredible beach party that you can only experience in Thailand. In addition to the party scene, Koh Phangan also boasts beautiful beaches to explore. It's not just about the nightlife. Finally, Koh Tao is one of the best places in Thailand for diving and snorkeling. Here, you can encounter a diverse range of wildlife, including turtles, whale sharks, stingrays, lionfish, and pufferfish, along with many other rare species. After visiting the islands you've chosen, we will return to Koh Samui, and from there, we will take a flight to Bangkok. The next day, we will depart from Bangkok to our home, bringing an end to this incredible journey. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot. Additionally, feel free to comment where you want my next travel route to be in. See you on the next video.